What is up, ladies and gents of YouTube? My name is BBK Dragoon. I make Halo videos here on YouTube, and more importantly, I used to make Halo Reach tip videos all the time. I'm trying really hard to learn Halo 4 as quickly as I can so I can hopefully push some advice out to you all that will help you when you're playing this game and help you improve. So, we're going to talk about 3 things in today's video, and I don't have a lot of time, and I have a lot I want to say. We're going to talk about the emerging metagame, the right mindset for success, and the right playlist for success. And then we're going to sort of wrap things up and talk about your kind of how you can improve long-term in Halo 4 and what you can expect in the next few weeks. So, right off the bat, the emerging metagame of Halo 4 is going to be shifting because 343 has just said in the latest bulletin they're going to be doing weekly matchmaking updates. What that means is they're going to do updates to the playlist on a weekly basis. Expect a swap playlist next week, by the way. So, the spawn system in this game, let's be very upfront, blunt, and honest about it. It is not like Halo 2, 3, or Reach, and if you go at it thinking like a Halo 2 or 3 or Reach player, you're going to run into a ton of frustration. The spawn system in this game is reminiscent of Call of Duty. Let's look at Haven Slayer, for example. If you kill somebody on the blue street, they're most likely going to respawn right behind you in the red street. In old Halos, if you were to push onto their side of the map, they would maybe have one spawn where they could spawn behind you, but they wouldn't spawn behind you very often. Halo 4 is much more like Call of Duty. You push to their side of the map, they will spawn behind you. So you have to be ready for this. After a nice set of kills, really be aware, really be looking around and paying close attention to your radar, because it's so easy to have somebody spawn right behind you because of the instant spawn system and get a revenge kill on you. So as long as you approach it understanding that the spawn system is different, you're going to immediately find more success than if you're just approaching this like a Reach or a Halo 3. Now, also emerging within the metagame is the team shot. And I'm sure, hopefully, you guys are probably running into this if you're around SR20 and above. I'm FSR37 right now. I've been playing the game quite a bit this week. And I can definitely say once you hit SR20, the team shot becomes massively important. And teamwork and team coordination is almost impossible to deal with. If you've got a 2v1 and they're both good shots, you just physically can't win. So I kind of like this. It's a very teamwork-oriented Halo game, which is great. But also, this makes it difficult if you don't have teammates to play with. And I'm going to touch on this in the last section. So just remember that the team shot right now is emerging to become a ridiculously powerful force. You're not alone if you're frustrated playing the game and getting shot by 2 or 3 different players. It is super team shot oriented. So with that said, make sure you're communicating, make sure you're trying to play with teammates if possible. What I think of the game so far, I really like it. I think it's we've got an amazing sandbox, let's put it that way. We have got an amazing sandbox to play with. If 343 updates this and shifts it a little bit, I think we're in for a nice treat. I'm looking forward to new maps coming into play, as well as them shifting some of the settings right now, because a few of the ordinances seem a little off, and then also the spawn system. The spawn system is really what's irking me on a couple of maps. Haven in particular, where you can get spawned behind so easily. So you're not alone in this, you guys. That's the metagame. Let's jump right into the right mindset for success. A lot of you are going to get frustrated because you're setting overly lofty goals for yourself just to try and achieve some silly KD. This is the beginning of the game, you guys. It is time to learn. It's time to explore. So please don't be afraid to explore the maps. Go for weapon drops, try crazy strats. This is your learning period. In 3 months when everybody knows the game, it's going to be a lot harder to figure out what strategies work then than it is now. So really try, really experiment, and don't set this stupid goal of like, I want a 3-0 KD, because you're not going to get that as you're learning the game. It's a new game. You can't come into it expecting to be amazing, okay? One of the biggest issues I'm seeing new players have right now is they're sprinting way too much. When the sprint animation ends, you don't start shooting immediately. There's a little bit of a time delay. A gun down is a missed opportunity, as the old saying goes. So don't sprint too much. If you're trying to play this game at some ridiculous speed just because that's what your mind thinks it should be played at, you're probably doing it wrong. Have your gun ready to go more often than not, and you will be a lot better. You're going to run into situations where you're not dying all the time. If you're sprinting all the time, you're going to have a really, really hard time winning gunfights because, let's face it, your shot has to be on point in Halo 4 to win any gunfight. You miss the first shot, let alone 2, it's dang near impossible at that point. So don't sprint overly, just use it effectively to move with your team, but don't overly sprint into areas of like high action, okay? Be very, very careful with your ordnance drops. You don't have to call those in immediately. So make sure that when you do call it in, your teammates are around, or there's no enemies around. Because if you give the ordnance to the other team, not only have you just hurt yourself, you've hurt your team. So be super careful with those ordnance drops. Make sure you're moving with your team around the map. Team coordination is absolutely critical right now, especially with how important the team shot is. So pay attention to your radar. You notice how there's a triangle above the dot if they're above you, and then a triangle below the dot if they're below you. Learn that system now because it's going to help you greatly. Understand when somebody's above you, understand when somebody's below you, and let that affect your movement. Okay, with the sniper, aim for the neck for easy snapshots. This was a tip that the Halo Council just put out, and it's super effective. If you want no scopes, aim for the neck. Don't aim for like the tip of the head. Don't aim for like the forehead. Aim for the neck. You're almost always going to get snapshots that way. And no scoping in this game is fairly easier than reach, which says a lot because reach made the sniper even easier. Okay, so last but not least, the right playlist for success. If Infinity Slayer is pissing you off and you're tired of getting shot 24/7 and you don't have a team, go play Regicide. Regicide is their free-for-all version. It's a great game type. I've played a ton of it. You're going to learn a lot faster when you aren't having 15 people shoot you down every 2 seconds. It's really nice to learn the maps, and it's just a much more, I don't know, balanced experience when you aren't with a really good team, because the team shot right now obviously is very important. So let me know if these tips help you guys. I'm going to try and push these out as many as I can, but I want to make sure they're effective. I don't want to push them just to push them to make you watch stuff. I want to make sure that they're actually helping you all improve. So if you could do me a favor, let me know if you liked the video, and if there's things you're struggling with in the game, tell me below, and I'm going to do my best to try and answer those or try to address those. Anyway, you guys, later!